It's 2:17 a.m. and I'm lying awake wondering if I've made the right choice. 8 months ago, after 15 years in corporate, I walked away from the 9 to 5 at nearly 50. People called it brave, but at 2 a.m., it still feels terrifying. Welcome to the Rebuild Blueprint. I'm documenting my journey, rebuilding life, business, and self from the inside out since leaving my corporate role in January. If you're 45 plus and wrestling with doubts about starting over, you're not alone. If this resonates, hit subscribe. Let's rebuild together. On paper, I had it all: career, mortgage, responsibilities. But at 2 a.m., the doubts hit hard. You're too old to start over. You've missed your window. Entrepreneurship is for the young. I know those voices. I've lived them. Stick around because I'll share the question that finally set me free and changed everything. My breaking point wasn't a bad meeting or a missed promotion. It was the night I ended up in hospital with anxiety, 2 a.m., chest tight, heart racing, convinced something was seriously wrong. The doctor said, "You're healthy, just stressed." But lying there under fluorescent lights, I realized I wasn't living. I was just surviving. And if I didn't change, I'd burn out completely. That night, I asked myself a new question. What if I'm too old not to do this? So I did what any ex-corporate would do. I researched. Ray Kroc started McDonald's at 52. Colonel Sanders, 62. Laura Wilder published her first book at 65. We're not too late. We're perfectly timed. Here's the truth about a career change over 50. We're not starting from zero. We're starting from decades of experience, networks, and resilience. That 25-year-old founder, they're making mistakes we've already survived. Last week, someone asked about my age. I told them, I've spent 15 years learning what doesn't work so I can focus on what does. And guess what? I got the contract. Back then, 2 a.m. meant panic and dread. Now, it means possibility. I'm too excited about what I'm building to sleep. The question has shifted from what if I'm too old to what if this is exactly the right time. If you're 45 plus and wrestling with that 2 a.m. question, here's what I want you to do. 1. Write down everything you've learned, not just skills, but wisdom. That's not age, that's advantage. 2. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. 3. Remember, too old is just fear in disguise. The real question is, what's the cost of not trying? I won't pretend this midlife career change is easy, but neither was staying in a life that didn't fit. If this resonates, subscribe and hit the bell. I'm sharing it all, the wins, the failures, and the 2 a.m. doubts, because someone needs to show it's possible to start over and win after 45. Next week, I'll reveal the costly mindset trap that nearly killed my business before it began. This mistake cost me 3 months and nearly broke my confidence. You don't want to make this one. Until then, remember, you're not too old, you're just getting started. Let's rebuild with accountability.